I just got off the phone with the lawyer. He's telling me the best options that I have are to turn myself in. Like, what did I do to deserve this?
That PPP loan came back to bite me in the ass, y'all. These folks want me to pay them so much money, and to think that I thought I was actually doing something right. You know how you be out here and you be trying to figure out, what your next move gonna be and how you gonna make it happen. And then when something like that comes along, it kind of puts you in a trance like, damn, this is actually something that I can actually get. Now, keep in mind, I do have a business, and I guess the person who did my paperwork kind of screwed up. And, man, I'm put in a position where I either have to pay a lot of money or I could be going away for a while. And I never wanted that to be the case, Man, that PPP loan was something, man. It was like a breakthrough for you, when you were struggling and not knowing the outcome. So anybody who think that they got away with that shit, you didn't get away, man. We make terrible decisions, man, when the storm come. So when the sun come back out, we screwed, man. Y'all share this post. Follow me for updates.
Okay, you guys, I'm over here stressed out because you remember when the PP loan was here? I did the PP loan and I just got oh my God, I just got a letter in the mail that said I'm subpoenaed to court for this. And if charged, I'm facing 10 years in federal prison. 10 years in federal. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me get the paper for you guys. I'm going to show you the paper. Hold on. Because what the fuck? 10 years. Hold on. I'm trying not to cry because I'm trying to make sure.
For anyone involved in the PPP drama and all the people crashing out about getting arrested and being prosecuted for taking out PPP loans that didn't have businesses, I do not post free legal advice all the time, and I just so happen to be an attorney. And the best advice that I can give you is shut the up.
The Payment Protection Plan con. An OC man is accused of taking millions of dollars from the government and spending it on exotic race cars. Investigators say he went to great lengths to cash in on the business program.
KCAL 9 Orange County reporter Stacey Butler with how they say he pulled off the scheme.
A Ferrari, a Bentley, a Lamborghini, millions of dollars worth of sports cars purchased with your tax dollars, the feds say, by a scam artist who defrauded a pandemic relief fund.
Instead of using the money like a legitimate business to, help the business stay afloat, instead what's alleged is that he used the money for his own personal expenses, to take lavish vacations, and to purchase 3 luxury sports cars, a Bentley, a Ferrari, and a Lamborghini.
Investigators say last spring, 38-year-old Mustafa Kadiri applied for $5 million in PPP loans and got them. They say he used fake companies. He even had 4 business addresses in Newport Beach, websites online.
Hi, looking for LaDonna Wiggins? My name's Myra with ABC 13.
Tuesday afternoon, we went to a home in Cyprus that court documents state 37-year-old LaDonna Wiggins purchased using money she received from the CARES Act. The document says Wiggins received about $3.7 million after submitting 2 PPP loan applications for businesses known as Wiggins and Grams Enterprises, LLC, and Pink Lady Line. The document states she used the funds to make lavish personal purchases, this home allegedly being one of them.
Hi, looking for LaDonna Wiggins?
She's not here.
She's not here?
When someone finally came to the door, I asked this woman about the allegations that Wiggins supposedly purchased 2 homes using federal funds meant for business use.
This house and apparently a house for her mom. Is that you?
No.
You're not her mother?
No.
The court documents go on to mention just how much money she spent and on what. Here's just a few listed in detail in these court documents. Over $78,000 on a 2020 Land Rover, over $25,000 at Saks Fifth Avenue, over $12,000 at Hermes, over $64,000 at Chanel, and $204,000 for a business in Houston, nearly $700,000 for a home in Cypress, and over $248,000 for a home in Katy.
Is there a time that she will be coming home?
Actually, she hasn't called me today, so I'm not sure when she's coming back.
And how are you related to her?
That doesn't matter.
We never got a straight answer from the person who opened the door. We did see her moments later get in an SUV and leave. Wiggins has been charged with bank fraud, making a false statement to a bank, and money laundering. She faces up to 30 years in federal prison. Mayra Moreno.
The 90 man is now in federal custody after being indicted for submitting a fake PPP loan application. Police say 32-year-old Kelton McLaren applied for COVID relief, this loan, in May of 2021. He claimed that his business, which was named after him, was established in 2019 and had a gross income of $100,000 a year for that year. Police say McLaren was claiming that he was running the business during the same time frame. He was either behind bars or living at a halfway house. Now, we're told he received almost $21,000 from the Paycheck Protection Program and used that money for things like DoorDash, Facebook purchases, even hotels. Then last April, McLaren applied for loan forgiveness so he didn't have to pay back the PPP loan, claiming that he had 20 employees and spent the money on payroll. McLaren is charged with wire.
Let me tell you what I think is going on here. So it looks like he's facing 30 years, which he might not actually get the 30 years. He might take a plea bargain for something less. But say even if he takes 5 years, I mean, for $21,000, even 5 years is too much. I mean, it's crazy. They're really going after people.
So this is another PPP loan story. So here we got Kristen Benrick. She's 52 years old. So apparently Texas is not playing when it comes to these PPP loans. This lady had only took out $405,340. She's facing 45 years behind jail. She was indicted on 6 wire fraud charges. So as you can see, another PPP loan fraudster had more than $200,000 in loans, and that's who they're looking at. They're looking at the big fishes. They knew she had a business, so they are also taking down the business owners, not just the people who submitted fraudulent paperwork. So she had a business from 2015 through 2022, and she took out $405,000 for that. And she basically just lied about how many employees she had, and she went out and used the funds on luxurious items like the rest of them. So chances are, if you use the money on luxurious items and you didn't pay any employees and you took over $200,000, they're coming after you this year for sure. This is what the feds is saying, that they are catching the big fraudsters. And then they'll get to the people who took lower, they got 20 years to catch these people. So they'll do that in the latter. And I don't know, she needs to contact the other people I did. This lady got 5 years and she took $6 million. So Texas don't seem like they're playing. And y'all drop a comment. They said she was out of Dallas, but then another article said she was from Houston. But this is her business. It's called Clearly Kristen. It's a jewelry business. And, she was an actual business owner. So the peace be with the people who didn't have a business at all and did this. So y'all drop a comment on what you think.
I choose integrity and whatever else it brings. I don't choose selling your soul to the devil.
What part makes it selling your soul?
Because that means I'm willing to do anything, belittle myself and degrade myself for the love of what? Of $1. I'm not going to do it. My integrity, what my kids and how my kids respect me and view me means more to me than me earning a quick dollar, portraying to be something that I'm not. Or they very well may be that way. That might be true. What she's singing about may have just happened. I don't know. I'm not there to judge. I don't care. But I'm not willing to put that thought.
Shalitha Renee Robertson was indicted on charges that she stole millions of tax dollars. Hello, it's Justin Gray with Channel 2. I'm trying to reach Shalitha Robertson. No answer at the callbox to the front gates of Chateau Royal, the Grand South Fulton Estate, listed with the Secretary of State as the principal address of Shalitha Robertson's company, the Renee Group. Shalitha Renee Robertson is a former Atlanta police officer and Atlanta city attorney who currently has a lucrative contract with DeKalb County worth millions.
She was just sentenced to 7 years behind bars after being found guilty for pandemic loan fraud over $15 million worth. Robertson gave out this advice in 2023.
That's what I've always told you. Don't ever chase the money. The money will come. Chase the universe, not the bag. That's it. Chase your passion, baby. Chase your dream. The money will come.
Yeah, the money will come courtesy of the American taxpayers. Because safe to say, she didn't practice what she preached. In April and May of 2020, Robertson chose to follow the money and fraudulently applied for millions of dollars in government loans for 4 businesses that she owned. And then she hooked herself up with luxury items that came with a very steep price tag, such as a swanky Rolls Royce, a 10-carat diamond ring.
I am Shalitha Robertson, and I want to serve as your Superior Court judge. For more than 30 years, I've served the public as a police officer, a public defender, and a city attorney. I love America. I respect the Constitution. I'll be effective, efficient, fair, and firm. I'll be an interpreter of the law, not an advocate. I am Shalitha Robertson, and I'm ready to be your judge.
Okay, you guys, I'm over here stressed out because you remember when the PPP loan was here? I did the PPP loan and I just got oh my God, I just got a letter in the mail that said I'm subpoenaed to court for this. And if charged, I'm facing 10 years in federal prison. 10 years in federal. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me get the paper for you guys. I'm going to show you the paper. Hold on. Because what the fuck? 10 years. Hold on. I'm trying not to cry because I'm trying to make sure.
All I know is my side of the story. I can't tell no other story. I'm innocent. And Mama, I love you. P.O.P. Only die. Right, these all good people for baby for life.
Directory of the people who took out their loans, y'all going to jail. I do not play with the IRS. My mama used to work for the IRS. I'm not playing with the government. Y'all are going to jail.
So everybody wants to know, what did I spend my PPP money on that's worth me going to jail for 20 years? None of it's worth me going to jail for 20 years. Let's just get that out the way. But I did get this $10,000 limited edition Michelet watch that I really, really wanted. I got this $1,600 Gucci bracelet that I absolutely love. I also picked up these lovely Gucci shades, and I adore these. Also got me a pair of Cartier shades. If you're not from the Midwest, you don't know about the Cartis, baby. Also got me these pair of Alexander McQueens, which I've yet to wear, but I'm gonna wear them one day. And then my favorite purchase is this $1,700 Gibson guitar. You know, I don't know how to play the guitar, but I was gonna put LED lights behind it and put it on my wall in my room and have it look all pretty and all that stuff. I never got around to doing it. And then besides that, I just got like little knickknacks. This shirt, I got an iPad. I took a trip to Atlanta, me and my friends. I only paid for myself though. Just little stuff. Yeah. None of it was worth it, but y'all want to know what I did with the money? That's what I did.
Guess who else with a network of $2.5 billion applied for a $1 million PPP loan during the pandemic? It's an iconic woman. Are you ready? I bet you could guess. You want to guess first? Oprah Winfrey. Yep. Harpo Productions secured a $1 million loan for payroll. Can't blame a woman. You know she lives in California. The prices there are skyrocketing. I want to give you a couple of quotes she says, because she's so iconic. The biggest adventure you can ever take is to live the life of your dreams. And I'm sure you are. It's beautiful. Another great quote. Real integrity is doing the right thing, knowing that nobody is going to know whether you did it or not. PPP loan is for small businesses. Just saying. Just saying.
Update on the PPP warrant. So I didn't think that it was real at first because it's been about 3 years since I did mine. And man, I'm gonna take my lick because at the end of the day, I knew what I was doing when I did it. I knew that it was a possibility that, you know, everything could go sideways. I see a lot of comments. People got negative shit to say. They want to say, oh, you committed fraud. You knew what you was doing whenever you did it. And I get that. I get it. It's all good. But at the end of the day, man, you know, every time somebody going through a negative situation in their life, y'all want to add negativity to the negative situation as if it's not already negative enough. Most people don't understand, you know, when we was doing our thing, man, shit, it's hard out here. A lot of people don't understand, man. You know, I'm already a convicted felon. You know, I did damn near 8 years, 7 years and 9 months to be exact. And shit hard. And so I'ma just take my lick on the chin, man.
Story time about how I went to prison for getting a goddamn PPP loan. Okay, so I'm just gonna start from the beginning when I got indicted. It was March 15th, 2023. Me and my husband had just left from going out to eat because my son recently had like a kidney surgery or whatever, and we had been in the house. We've kind of been stressing and whatever. We sitting in the car chilling, and a car pull up, and my husband like, who the fuck this is pulling up in my yard? I'm like, I don't know. Shit, you know how they be tripping. You know them young niggas be paranoid. I look at my husband, he look at me. Shit just started getting weird. Okay, then after that, they come to my door and they give me a piece of paper. They say, oh, you just got a PPP loan. You just gonna have to pay it back. I opened up the goddamn envelope and it say, Samarian Kingston versus the United States of America. I could have lost my motherfucking mind. Mind you, I have a real business. I'm a hairstylist, so all I do is go to work and go to fuck home. So I'm like, what the fuck? That was literally like the worst day of my fucking life because I was so scared and I didn't know what to do. And then me, like, I always try to do the right thing and, like, you know, not get into any trouble, and I got in fucking trouble. And every fucking body did it. So I'm like, why the fuck I'm getting in trouble? You know, like, that shit had really pissed me off. So I ended up going to court and finding out that it's a whole fucking conspiracy case with 23 other people that I don't even fuck with. I was scared as fucking court. Didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. But I ended up getting a little bun. So I was able to go.
Okay, y'all. So, yeah. Y'all read the caption right. It's my testimony about the PPP loan, y'all. I'm going to try to make it short and sweet because I only got 10 minutes. It would have been long, but I've been waiting to do this testimony, and the Lord gave me the go. So we here, y'all. Okay, so of course, PPP loan happened 2021. Boom, yep, feel convicted. Still did it. I guess I didn't feel bad enough. Note that I wasn't in Christ yet, so I guess conviction wasn't enough, clearly. I still did it. But clearly it was also for purpose. Besides the point. Fast forward. I'm in Christ. Came to Christ 2022. Yeah, 2022 came to Christ. New creature. Right? Living a whole different life now. Not like I was just out there just doing fraud. Like, that, you know, that's not my character. That's not me. I was just doing some, lying to myself, knowing it went right, just out there doing stuff, knowing it went right. But back to the story. So fast forward, sometime around fall 2024, I'm 2 years in Christ, on fire for God. You know, deeper in my walk, right? I'm in a room. I'm writing spiritual welfare scriptures down, right? I'm worshiping. I'm in the zone, bruh. Then it's a knock at the door. It's a detective. Now, what's she at my house for? What? She came because someone put some phones in my mom's name. And my mom trying to figure out why she get a bill from a phone company that she don't have. So, of course, she had to write a report. And I'm assuming they thinking, since I don't did a PPP, your girl into the fraud stuff. But I'm not. I'm just a good girl doing bad things. But everybody make mistakes. And it's all right because I'm a new creature. Yeah, thanks to my Lord. Yeah, focus. Right, so she came there to ask about my mom's phones or whatever. But, of course, when she heard my name, they took that as an opportunity to start questioning me. When I tell you I was caught off guard, I'm in there writing spiritual welfare scriptures down. I ain't know the welfare was going to be knocking at my door in a few seconds, bro. Like, soon as she asked about it, bro, my whole facial expression switched up because she pissed me off. She pissed me off because don't do this. I'm growing in Christ. You know, I'm getting close to the Lord, and you want to come knock on my door about a PPP loan that happened in 2021? Like, come on now. I'm forgiven. Like, don't do this to me. You feel me? Woo! Okay. So, yeah, my face expression got scratched up, and then she asking me questions of that. I have no clue what she is talking about. I'm just gonna be real. I ain't know what this lady was talking about. And I'm in my head like, oh my goodness, the Lord said thou shalt not lie. But I'm also in my head like, Lord, I gotta lie because I don't want to go to jail. But I'm like, I don't want to disobey my Lord. You feel me? So I was in my head. So I was kind of lying, which makes it a whole lie because you can't kind of lie and say it's half of a lie. It's just a whole lie regardless. So then she said something. I'm just like, nah, could we talk with my lawyer or whatever? Then she was just like, ain't nothing you can say, right? I'm just like, girl, like, get out my face for real. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Not right now. Not right now. Like, y'all. So that happened in fall. Of course, it made my people a little worried. Me, a bit worried. But it's just like, you reap what you sow, bro. Like, I knew what I was doing was wrong, but yet I still did it. I kept lying to myself. Oh, they steal from people. Oh, it's forgiven. Oh, da 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 da. It's still wrong regardless, bro. Regardless. Yeah. But eventually nothing else was said about it. So it was below. Just, of course, praying about it. Of course, talk with the Lord about it. Specifically repenting about the PPP loan, because I didn't necessarily do that. Of course, I repented of all things, known and unknown, but specifically pointing that out to the Lord, I did, and I talked to him about it. I told him the truth. Did all that right there, right? That was fall, right? Tell me why January 2025, one morning, well, January 29th to be exact, early in the morning, I ain't woke yet. My children ain't woke yet. I ain't even got my children ready for school yet. These people knocking at my door. I ain't hear it. My mama got a Ring camera, so she talked with them. They told her that they were looking for me. She called my phone. She like, Kai, the police. Police at the door. They coming to get you. I'm just like, what you want me to do? Like, what you want me to do? You want me to run? Like, where I'm supposed to go? Jump out the window? I'm called, bro. Like, I'm wrong. There's nothing I can say that can get me out of this right now. Like, they got a warrant out for my arrest. What can I do, bro? They was chill about it though. They didn't harass me. They weren't mean. They was really sweet. But yeah, they took me in that day. Crazy thing, everybody was nice. Everybody was so nice. And everybody was so confused as to why I was there. It's just like, what? What? Like, this can't be you, bro. Like, everybody was so confused, like, why I was there. Even I had to go be with the inmates, bro. I was in there eating. I was in there eating with the people, bro. And that was just so nice. That was so nice to me. I was basically in prayer the whole time I was in the room while I was in my bunk. I ain't even gonna cap. I was in prayer the whole time, but they was still walking by, checking on me, making sure I'm good. You feel me? Sweet people. I knew the Lord was with me because my faith was kind of shaking. Because I'm like, dang, I don't know what's going to happen. Man, I got 3 children, bro. They little. They need their mama. So I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But I knew the Lord had me. But it was scary. It wasn't scary. But it was like, dang, I'm in a situation, and I don't see what's going to come out on the other side. But I just got to trust God, bro. Because I got to be with my kids. And, man, the Lord got this thing where 144 is the way he speaks to me. So I ain't seen my weight in a long time. So the nurse put me on the scale and my weight said 144. I'm like, dang, I'm good. My face started to build back up. Like, it stopped shaking as it was. It wasn't as shaking before, as it was before. And I'm just like, the Lord is with me. He here with me. He got me, right? Of course, I'm in there. And there were the people praying. Then they started talking about God. That also helped me. It made me feel better. Then when it was about time for me to get called out, I realized they had a Bible in there. So I opened it up and I'm reading Psalms 35, contend with those who contend with me. Woo! Because the enemy was trying it. He was trying it, man. Greater is he within me than he that is in the world. But listen, I got out that same day. Fast forward. 2 days later, the Lord gave me a dream. This the dream, right? Tell me why I'm in a dream, right? I'm in an office and I'm going through my case. I'm going through paperwork, going through my case. And the more I go through it, it's like I'm getting closer to being free, to realizing what I'm going through. Why I'm going through this? What is the reason? I'm about to be free. You feel me? So I'm going through the case. And there was a dude in the room with me, right? And I look up and I look over at him and he starts smiling at me. And I said, "It's you." Guess who it was, y'all? The spirit of poverty. The spirit of poverty. I jumped up out my sleep. And instantly the Lord gave me a memory that I had when I first seen Genesis prophet Genesis Porter, and she was talking about the PPP loan months and months ago, and she said how those that did the PPP loan, the spirit of poverty will be after you, bruh. And the spirit of poverty may not look what you think it's gonna look like. Many things can come from the spirit of poverty. But I woke up, God gave me that memory, and I instantly went to start warring, bro. When I tell you I look like somebody's great-great-grandma in there, I was not playing. I ain't let the spirit of poverty go, baby. Oh, I was rebuking everything in there, because y'all is not gonna do this to me. Y'all don't play with me. Don't play with me in the Lord. You feel me? I was rebuking everything. I was casting down everything. And I was so ecstatic and happy that the Lord chose to inform me on what is holding me back. I'm going through this because the spirit of poverty had dominion over my life. And I had to break him off of me in order to be free of this PPP loan thing. I had to break.
I'm a nurse practitioner and I was just released from federal prison. A mistake was made on the application. I didn't read, I just signed it. And as a result, I lost it all. It cost me everything.
So this is Melissa Watson, and she spent a year and a day in the federal penitentiary for taking the government's money and getting a fraudulent provider relief loan during COVID. So this will happen in Melissa Watson's case. So she was taking too long to give us the story time. She basically spent 12 months and 1 day in federal prison due to fraudulent use of provider relief funds. So what this is basically PPP funds for people that had provider care units or some type of hospital, something that was helping the people hospital related. So she received $789,000 that was supposed to be for her, healthcare facility to keep it operating during the time, help her get supplies and things. But instead, per the affidavit, sis was out here spending the money on luxury cars, on trips, on a timeshare, on a trailer, on real estate, all of this, but not on her patient care facility that she had. As a result, she had to spend a year and 1 day in jail. She's out now on 3-year probation and has to pay back over $1 million for fraudulent use of the government funds. They're coming to get y'all for this PPP money. Y'all think it's a game. One thing the government can do is come and get their money now. They may think that they didn't forget about you, but they could come get their money and take your ass to jail.